In this video, we explained the basics for operating the G5010 and G5012 round bale wrappers. This video does not replace the operating instructions. Before using the machine, please read the complete operating instructions and observe the stated safety regulations. The manufacturer assumes no liability for damage due to non-compliance with the operating instructions.
Grüß euch. Ich bin der Manuel und ich arbeite
Greetings, my name is Manuel, and I work in the design department for GOEWEIL. Today, I will show you how to correctly operate the G5010 or G5012 wrapping machine. Both machines are identical. The only difference is that the G5010 has a single wrapping arm and the G5012 has a double wrapping arm. This training video will be based on the G5012.
Remove the packaging material and dispose of it properly. The accessory package consists of handheld transmitter, holder for handheld transmitter, inductive proximity switch, operating instructions, antenna for wireless operation. You can find the spare parts list via the QR code in the operating instructions or on our website www.GOEWEIL.com. under the Service menu item. Now we will show you the individual modules of the G5010 and G5012 wrapping machines. The wrapping machine is connected to the tractor via the lower links. With the hydraulic pivoting drawbar, the machine can be swiveled into transport or work position. It also serves as a film magazine for 6 rolls of wrapping film. The machine is parked on the ground with the support foot. The bale is picked up in the direction of travel via the load arm of the bale pickup. The wrapping table is slightly tilted forward for better bale transfer. During the wrapping process, the round bale is rotated by the wrapping table. After wrapping, the bale is placed to the rear. The drive unit for the single or twin wrapping arm is mounted in the top part. The film stretch units and the cutoff levers are located on the wrapping arm. The film cutter device is used to cut and hold the wrapping film after the wrapping process. The entire machine is controlled via the standard program control with wireless operation. This consists of the handheld transmitter with wireless operation and the control unit. The control unit consists of the keypad 1 for program settings and the keypad 2 for the wrapping process in emergency operation mode. The entire hydraulic block is located on the valve plate. The machine can be controlled manually via the hand levers. This also works when the control unit is switched off. First, attach the wrapping machine to the lower links of the tractor. Then place the support foot upwards and attach the arrestor cable at a suitable location in the towing vehicle. Plug in the 3-pole power supply on the towing vehicle. Note, if your tractor does not have a direct supply line, we will explain this in the additional options section. For road transport, the 7-pole light connector is plugged into the tractor. Check the functionality before driving on public roads. 2 control devices are required to operate the wrapping machine. Of these, 1 double-acting control device is required for the hydraulic pivoting drawbar. The hydraulic lines are marked with black dust covers. To supply the machine with hydraulic oil, first couple the return line with the blue marking. If possible, this should be a depressurized return with a direct connection to the hydraulic oil tank of the towing vehicle. Then the pressure oil supply with the red marking is coupled to a control device of the towing vehicle. Start the tractor and swivel out the machine. Then switch on the constant pressure oil supply. The optimum oil quantity of the wrapping machine is 30 liters per minute. Lift the bale pickup slightly so that you can remove the safety bolt. Then lower the bale pickup. Adjust the telescopic arm to the bale diameter to be wrapped. The control unit is switched on and off with the main or emergency cutout. Rotate the switch to switch on. Press the switch to switch off the machine. Note, since the cutoff levers are attached to the wrapping arm, error message E05 appears on the display. To correct the error message, flip open the cutoff lever. The normal display appears on the screen. Next, the machine is loaded with wrapping film. Lift the film holder and fix it in the uppermost position. Pay attention to the direction when inserting the wrapping film. Lift the wrapping film into the film stretch unit and unlock the film holder. Note, avoid damaging the edges of the wrapping film. Now insert the wrapping film according to the pictogram. Use the hand lever to rotate the second film stretch unit on its side and load it with a second roll of wrapping film. Make sure that no one is in the danger area of the wrapping arm. Open the film cutter device with the hand lever. Attention! Wear gloves to prevent cuts. First, remove the protective covers on the knives. Then, insert the wrapping film. And close the scissor levers. To switch the work lights on and off, use the rotary switch on the right side of the control unit. The wireless operation is activated when the batteries are inserted in the handheld transmitter and the antenna is placed on the control unit. The wrapping arm rotations can be seen in the normal display. 24 rotations are set as standard, which corresponds to 6 layers with a bale diameter of 1.25 meters. To change the preset number of rotations, press the key button until the arm rotation setting. The plus and minus keys change the value. Next, confirm your input with OK. The film monitoring unit activity can be selected even if the function is not available. The function is therefore ineffective. You can find more information in the Additional Options section. In the final step, bring the machine into transport position. To do this, lift the bale, pickup, and secure it with the bolt. Now you can switch off the hydraulic oil supply to the wrapping machine and swivel the machine into transport position.
Your machine is now ready for field operation. In the next chapter, I will show you how to wrap your first bales.
Ihre ersten Ballen wickeln.
Swivel out the machine over the control device. Practical tip: to be able to easily make corrections when approaching the bale, we recommend that you do not completely swivel out the pivoting drawbar. Switch on the constant pressure oil supply for the wrapping machine.
Nun zeige ich Ihnen
Now, I will show you how to work with the wrapping machine. For this, we will simulate field operation in the hall with some previously made bales.
First, unlock the bale pickup. Now align the wrapping machine parallel to the ground. The bale pickup is controlled by the joystick. Drive towards the bale while lowering the bale pickup forward with the joystick. Note, if there's no wireless connection to the machine, please watch the video Wireless Connection Control Standard 2016. Press the down arrow key on the handheld transmitter and move the wrapping table to the load position. Move the joystick to the right to open the loading arm. Drive towards the bale until it makes contact with the rocker switch. Moving the joystick to the left closes the load arm. To lift the bale, pull back the joystick until the bale rolls onto the wrapping table. Lower the bale pickup forward sequentially with the joystick. Attention! This is important to prevent collision of the components during the wrapping process. Note, in hilly areas, we recommend not lowering the bale pickup to the ground. Press the Start Wrapping key to start the wrapping process. The LED light on the handheld transmitter starts to flash green. The control unit must be in normal display. You can interrupt the automatic wrapping process at any time by pressing the Stop key on your handheld transmitter. Make sure that the wrapping film runs centrally around the bale. If this is not the case, you must adjust the height of the film stretch unit. If you press the Start Wrapping key, the sequence is continued. The wrapping film will be cut automatically. Press the double arrow key on the handheld transmitter to place the bale to the rear. Make sure that the bale is placed in a suitable spot to prevent it from rolling away. Practical tip: it is recommended that the bale deposit is made at a walking pace to minimize the round bale from rolling away. After bale deposit, the wrapping table automatically moves to the load position. We recommend that you use the large bale wrapping setting for bales over 1.35 meters in diameter. We will show you how to do this in the next steps. Press the key button on the control unit until you get to the large bale activity. You can save the settings with the plus and OK keys. Don't forget to adjust the telescopic arm, the film stretch unit, and wrapping arm rotations to the round bale. Practical tip: double bale transport. This is recommended in fields where bale deposit is not possible everywhere. To do this, one finished wrapped bale is on the wrapping table and a second is on the bale pickup. The first bale is placed at the desired location. Then the second bale is wrapped and added to the first.
I recommend the following steps at the end of the workday. Lift the load arm and secure it with the bolt for road travel.
The day's bales can be deleted individually in the normal display. To delete the day's bales, press the key button under the Delete Day Bales activity. Press the OK key to reset the counter to 0. In the Total Bale Display activity, all bales that have been wrapped with this machine are displayed. This value cannot be deleted. To switch off the program control, press the Emergency Stop or Main switch. Now you can switch off the hydraulic oil supply of the wrapping machine and swivel the machine into transport position. Note: please observe the traffic regulations. Transporting a bale on the wrapping machine on public roads is prohibited. Place the machine on a firm, dry, and flat surface. To prevent the wrapping machine from rolling away from the parking area, you must secure it with wheel chocks. Next, lower the support foot. After that, the lower links and the arrestor cable are removed. Now all connections to the tractor can be removed. The towing vehicle should be parked when doing this. Note: finally, always disconnect the return. Supply cable battery. The direct power supply cable harness ensures optimum power supply to the machine via a 3-pole socket. This is connected directly to the tractor battery. Please note, this work must only be performed by a qualified specialist. After laying the cable on the tractor, the machine can be plugged in and the control unit can be switched on. PTO shaft drive. The machine is driven by the tractor via its own onboard hydraulic system. Connect the PTO shaft to the tractor and secure it with the chain. Set the PTO shaft speed on the tractor to 540 RPM. Additional roller. The additional roller prevents the bale from falling off the wrapping table in steep terrain. It also serves as a receptacle for the bale tipper and the placement mat. Bale tipper. During bale deposit, the bale is placed on the face side in the direction of travel on the right. The bale tipper is hooked into the additional roller with the hooks and then fixed in place. The height adjustment allows you to adjust the placement of different size bales. The bale guide roller must first be reconnected, and then the bale tipper is folded onto the wrapping table for road transport. Placement mat. The placement mat is used to carefully place the bale on the field. Hook the placement mat into the additional roller. The placement mat is folded onto the wrapping table for road transport. Film monitoring unit. The film monitoring unit stops the wrapping process electronically when the film runs out or tears. Press the key button to go to the film test setting activity. Press the plus and OK keys to activate the film monitoring unit. During film tear or film runs out and active film monitoring unit, the wrapping process stops and error message E04 appears on the display. Insert a new roll of wrapping film into the film stretch unit and continue the wrapping process. Overlap. An overlap of the wrapping film of at least 50% is set as standard. However, this can vary depending on the film manufacturer. To compensate for fluctuations, the overlap can be changed. The distance between two film layers should be between 27 and 31 centimeters. To increase the overlap, go to the Overlapping Setting activity. Use the plus and OK keys to change the value. Start the wrapping process again with the changed setting, and then check whether the overlap is within the required range. Changing the film width. When using a wrapping film with a height of 500 millimeters, the additional roller supplied by GOEWEIL must be used. The additional roller is inserted into the wrapping film roll. Insert the wrapping film with the additional roller into the film stretch unit. Loosen the film holder and insert the film. Repeat the steps on the opposite side. Use the key button to go to the Setting the Film Width activity. Use the minus and OK keys to change the film width to 500 millimeters. Adjust the wrapping arm rotations to the changed film width.
Now you know how to operate the G5010 or the G5012 wrapping machine. We hope you enjoy your GOEWEIL wrapping machine. Goodbye.